All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. And what I want to get into today, is a righteous government. All right, a righteous government, and that's, you know, the end game, of the Bible. All right, as a righteous government being set up in the earth, where Yahweh Shai, being the head, of that governing body, all right, of Israel, and Israel will be the governing nation in the earth. You know, that's the end game. That's the gospel. All right, that's why just to be born an Israelite, is good news. All right, but it doesn't stop there, because the times we're coming into, there's a time of judgment, and to be exempt from this judgment that's to come, we strive to be what part of the elect. You see, because there's harsh judgment coming before this government is set up, because all new empires are forged through war. And Yahweh Shai is coming to create war to set up this righteous government, and we want to partake and be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, within that. All right, because right now the earth is experiencing the wickedest rulership to ever exist, because no other heathen, you had other heathens that were wicked. All right, you had heathens that was wicked within their rulership, but see, no other heathen had access to the technology and witchcraft as Esau Edom. You know, this man has really perfected wickedness in the earth, and technology plays a big part in it, because no other empire had the reach, as Esau Edom. You know how information, travels from one end of the earth to the other, in seconds. So this man can put enchantments throughout the whole earth at one time through his TV programming, live streaming, movies. This man, all right, has the technology to push forth a lot of wickedness and wicked ideologies in the earth very quick. No other heathen was able to do this, and that's why this man will receive, the harshest judgment of all heathens, man. All right. So when you go into the book of I get this in the book of Ecclesiastes, all right, verse 10, it says, there's an evil which I have seen under the sun, all right, which under the sun is pertaining to the earth, as an error that proceeded from the ruler. Yeah, hey, even, Esau being in power, it's like there's a major error. It's something is off with this man in power. And see, now it's manifested. Now, when you keep reading, it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Yeah, because this is society under this man's government, because government, just government means to rule, mint goes to mind. All right? So under this man's government, this man's rulership, and he rules the masses of the minds on earth. All right? This man has influenced the earth in a very wicked way, to the point where folly is held in great dignity, man. Here it is. We know people like Megan Thee Stallion, Kodak Black, you know, goddamn Kim Kardashian. You see, those people are global icons, held in great dignity, But then you have the common man, the men that pretty much work the infrastructure to keep society going. All right, the men of importance, the people of importance, are not even known. All right, even though it's a wicked kingdom, even at least the military, all right, should be well known. Now, who can name who's the general of the American military, or who's the first lieutenant? You know, who can name the general of any military? No one knows, because that's, those things are not esteemed. The thing that's esteemed is folly. All right. Even, the true physicians that's into herbs, all right, they're not known, you know. But folly is held in great dignity. I mean, it's a very backward ass kingdom, man. You know? And it's gonna go on to say why. Because when you read verse 7, it says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah. So the scriptures say he's seen servants upon horses, man, and horses represents power. All right. Now let's link that with Revelation 6, because the servant that's on the horses, Esau, Edom. Because even when you go back to Meyer Amschel Bauer, all right, and you go into that German word for Bauer, it means peasant. All right, but he was the first one to change his name to Rothschild and start their Rothschild banking dynasty, which these are the servants that are sitting on horses now, man. You know, because that's pretty much the top family of these elite bankers, man. These Rothschilds, man. You know, but they're in the seat of power. All right, and the scriptures speak about that when you go to Revelation 6 and 3. It says, I started at 4. It says Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. See, the horse represents power. You know, and power was given to him that sat thereon. And him is Esau, Edom. So this man has been given power. He has been placed in the seat of authority, man. You know, from on high. And it says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Yeah, because this man was given power to take peace from the earth, man. And you look at Esau, Edom, since his government has been in rulership, look at how much chaos this man's government has caused throughout the earth, man. When you go through all the conflicts that's going on in the earth, you know, Esau, Edom is behind, all right, all these conflicts, man. Especially the American government, you know. They're behind these conflicts that we see. Why is there North and South Korea? Because of America. You see? Why is there tension between Thailand, all right, Thailand and China? Because of America. Why is there tension between Australia and China? Because of America. Why is there tension between Saudi Arabia, you see, and Iran? Because of America. So this man's government has did nothing but take peace from the earth. All right. When you go to what happened with go back to 1979 when Iran and Iraq had that war. All right. Guess who was giving Iraq weapons? The one and only America, man. So this man's government has did nothing but take peace from the earth, man. Nothing but. You see? When you follow this man's track record, when you follow these conflicts, this man is always on the scene, man. Why? Because he was given a seat of authority, all right? And his government has proven to be a failure in the earth, man. All right? Let's get that. Then we get that in because people, you know, running to and fro like they trying to find the problem, what's going on, why the earth is so bad, because of the people that's in rulership, man. You know, and then people don't like to, you know, they say, you know, the deep state, you know, it's all right, it's the rich. No, man, it's the elites of Esau, Edom, the house of Edom. That's who's in power. You see? That's who's in power, man. That's the problem of the earth, man. These Edomites that are in rulership, that's the problem, man. All right, they wicked as hell, and they're against, all right, and they're against Yahweh Shema Shah. They're against righteousness, man, as the scriptures say. And let's get it. All right. Now when you go to yep, the brother I'm on 100 bar say a virus in the earth, man. You see? And that's why in the kingdom eventually we're gonna cut that virus out. Cut that virus off, man. You know, a brother can put that up there. The physician cut it off a long disease. You know, I think there's Sirach chapter 10. But let's uh let's get Isaiah 24. All right, and 4. It said the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. It said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You see? And see, that's another thing Esau pushing in the movies, like humans are destroying the earth. This nigga just blame everybody. It's everybody's fault. You know. Now mom was saying that the other day, talking about some we just, we mess up so much. It's the people fault. And I asked, I said, what power plant do you run? That's polluting the earth. All right? We don't have power to destroy the earth. You throw a Dorito bag on the ground, Now, of course, we in the truth now, so we respect the earth. You shouldn't just litter, But throwing a Dorito bag on the earth, it does not equate to this man, all right, chemtrailing the earth, which that gets into the water, that gets into the crops, nuclear waste going into the oceans, all right, which gets into what the food source. We got trash islands. We got whales beaching themselves. They finding plastic in whales. And even when the so-called pandemic started, they had animals. They were discovering dead animals that had masks. They had digested masks and shit, man. Cause these masks is doing nothing but create more pollution, man. You see? So no, this man is the problem. All right, so getting back to Isaiah 24:5, it said the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. This is why the earth is out of whack. This is why it's uproars. This is why it's chaos in marriage, chaos in family, chaos, in communities. All right, because the people that are in control have strayed, all right, have strayed far away from the standard of the scriptures, man. Because in the kingdom, what is Yahweh Shai going to establish the kingdom on? The scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what's going to be enforced. So when you take that away, we seeing the results. All right, we seeing the results of a society that has strayed away from a righteous standard, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, same thing. Post flood, during the time of Noah, same thing. All right. So we in these times again, where the earth has gotten so far away from Yahweh Shema Shai that everything is out of whack. Everything is chaotic, man. So reading on, it says, verse 6, it said, therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Yeah, because it's all going to lead to nuclear destruction. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to get rid of so many people in the earth, man. That's why the shalom of the Lord going to be from one end of the earth to the other, because people have been so tainted by this government, by this rulership. That's why a majority of our people gone, because they've been so tainted by this rulership, man. There's nothing that can be done with them. Even the scriptures say that when you go to what's that, Jeremiah? I want to say 24. All right, because the scriptures talk about how if our gospel be hid, all right, it is hid to them that are lost, whom the guides of this world, and guides goes into rulers, All right, and ruler is a definition of govern. You see, so the guys of this world, the rulers of this world, have blinded them. Esau, our people is so tainted by this man's rulership that there's nothing that can be done with him, man. All right. Now this is Jeremiah 24:3. It said, Then said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah to me, What seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, Figs, the good figs, very good. And that represents the elect. And evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil, and that represents our people that are so far destroyed by Esau's rulership that they have become completely useless, man. All right? The modern woman, completely useless. The mindset of a modern woman is completely useless for the kingdom to come. You know? You got a nigga like Tekashi 6ix9ine, Lil Nas X. Them niggas too far gone, man. You know? That's why I said, and I said figs, the good figs, very good, the elect, and evil, very evil that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. Again, the word came unto me saying, Thus said the Lord, the power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I've sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. See, the elect, all right, are being polished up, you know, for use. All right. You men, the men of Israel of the elect, are being polished up to be put in judgment, in seats of judgment. Because we're about to replace these current judges, man, and rulers. All right. And the women are what? Being groomed to be wives to those men. So Yahweh Shema Shai has a remnant that he's prepping to take the place of the current rulership, and it's gonna be a righteous rulership. All right. It says, For I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them and not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up. Yeah, see, that's what's going to happen to what? Their righteous government. You see, that's their righteous government that's going to be planted, which is what? The elect of Israel, beginning with those 144,000 men under Yahweh Shai. All right? But the majority of our people are so tainted by this rulership, you know, there's nothing that can be done with them but to be disposed of, man. So you go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7, make this point, you know, because this wicked rulership is about to be replaced, man. This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon earth. You know? And princes, who are the princes? You see? Who are the princes, man? Yasha Allah. He prince of the power. That's Israel. We're those princes that are in the low place. You see? But the Most High brought us low for our disobedience and our chastening, you know? So now when we get back in rulership, man, we're going to appreciate it. And we're not going to have a thought to go off, man. We're going to have those new bodies programmed to be righteous. And we're going to have this experience within this wicked kingdom to understand why wickedness can't dwell. All right? Why wickedness can't dwell in the earth, man. Now you're going to have the heathen. They still going to be being simple, you know, doing things. But see, it's not going to get to the point where it's going to be overran with wickedness. Or is it even going to have a wicked vibration? The same way, you know, they look down on a woman that's in order, all right, and exalt harlots. It's going to be the complete opposite in the kingdom. You know, it's going to be a great shame for a woman, you know, to be promiscuous in the kingdom, man. You see? And it's going to be a thing of honor for a woman that's submissive. That woman is going to be, you know, admired in the kingdom. It's going to be complete opposite, man. All right? You know, in this society, you got American gangsters. You get documentaries, you know, niggas at work arguing about who sold the most dope between Frank Lucas and, you know, Carnell Williams and, you know, Freeway Ricky Wall. No. All right? Someone like that, all right, is a scumbag, man. And in the kingdom, it's going to be a whole different standard of judging, man. All right, not based off this standard. So, um, let's go from there because it said princes sit in low place. But see, now we in the time where the princes finna be raised up, man. But it starts with this wisdom, and then also we gonna have to display a great amount of faith, and endure to get to this glory, man. But the Most High is finna establish a new government in the earth, and let's get that in 1 Samuel chapter 2. All right, this is 1 Samuel 2:7. It said, "The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah maketh poor and maketh rich; He bringeth low and lifteth up." You see, and we was brought low, and Esau was lifted up. But now it's finna turn around. The elect of Israel is finna be exalted, and Esau is finna be brought low. Hey, what did the scripture say in Isaiah 47? Come and sit in the dust. That's as low as you can go. That's the Most High demoting. All right, that's the Most High demoting Esau Edom. Come sit in the dust. All right, state of confusion and a low condition. But see, what is he doing with us though? He says he raises up the poor out of the dust. You see, first we had to get raised out of confusion, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, and the dunghill is a place of dishonor. And the lifestyle we live in was very dishonorable, man, before we came into the ministry. It said to set them among princes, rulership, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahweh Shema Shai, and he have set the world upon them. You see? So now that righteous government is on the come up. Everything we going through, all right, is to build us up to replace this wicked government that's in current rulership, man. Like the brother put, let me get it. Let me go find it. This is from the brother. Brother going in. Yep, this is from the brother Amawan the Bod. It said, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. Yeah, see, Esau's a disease that's finna be cut off, man. His rulership is a disease in the earth, man. It has tainted, all right, it has tainted existence, man. This man has to go. That's why you read Sirach 10:4. It's from another from the brother Amawan the Bod. Sirach 10:4 said, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's gonna be Yahweh Shai. That's who's being lifted up. All right, so Yahweh Shai and that governing body, all right, of the elect, the 144,000. That's who's been lifted up out of the dunghills, man. And out of the dust. And it says, because of unrighteous, Sirach 10:8, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to the other. And see that one people is the nation of Esau, Edom, all right, until who? The house of David. That's that people, which is what, man? That governing body of Israel. Those men, women, and children who are allotted to be delivered. The rest of that 1/3. Now, let's get this in Isaiah 1. All right, this is Isaiah 1:25, and it says, and I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tin. Yeah, those are unwanted metals. You see? So there's twofold, because he's personally purging each individual of the elect. He's purging us out of unwanted qualities, man. And making us fit, all right, to be rulers in the world to come. So he's getting away of that simp, woman worship, all right, westernized mind frame. You know, now we understand judgment. Now we understand a righteous standard. Now we understand the purpose of women, the purpose of family. You know, we understand structure. All right, we understand we can't be emotional. You see, all this being purged out of us, man. We can't be sensitive. All right, can't be over righteous. Can't be, too loose. We learn the balance of being judges, man. You know, so all those unwanted qualities, we go through situations to get those unwanted qualities out of us, man. And then on the bigger scale, he's going to purge, all right, the unwanted of Israel. Jake is like 10 and dross, all right? The nigga woman is something like 10 and dross, all right? Unwanted. Nothing, they don't have any value. They bring nothing. They're they're to be discarded. And we're finna see that on the mass scale. All right. So reading on, it says, and I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. And I will restore thy judges as at the first and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. You see? So what is the Lord doing, man? He's forming a government. All right, he's raising the government up and taking one down. And see, this is the pinnacle because you have the government of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the most wicked heathen in existence, and then you have, all right, the lineage of righteousness, all right, which is Israel, beginning with the elect, coming into power. So the wicked is falling, a righteous government is coming into power, man. All right. When you go to Isaiah 9. Is Isaiah 9 and 6. It said, for unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. And the government, see that? And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. You know? So it's going to be an everlasting righteous government that's coming to the earth, man. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with judgment and justice from henceforth forever. The zeal of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai will perform this, man. So we're about to see a righteous government, all right, take the place of this wicked government. You know, that's what's in the making. We didn't get this understanding for nothing, man. That we didn't start talking about the house of David and, going into judgment. We judge affairs amongst ourselves now. All right. We didn't come into this mind frame for nothing. No, the Most High put His Spirit on us, all right, to get us ready to take the place of this wicked rulership under Yahushua, man. All right. We gonna set up a righteous government under Yahushua. All right, Esau finna be supplanted in a major way, man. This wicked government's finna be supplanted in a major way. When the brothers say, breaking news, man near Capitol claims he has a bomb now. Hey, the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Let this place be broken down. All right, because hey, every piece of bad news that comes to this place is good news for us, man. All right, the more and more this place goes down, the more and more we come up. All right, like a seesaw. And Esau come down, guess what? That house of David coming up, man. All right, and eventually we're gonna have our feet on the necks of our enemies, man. So Lord will, you brothers and you sisters will edify till the next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala, Obal Babal, DTA soon. DTA soon. Shalom.